Hello, my friends. I'm just about to start making this creamy cider braised chicken and wanted to offer um, a little suggestion for you for making when you make this recipe. One thing I love doing is creating a ritual in the kitchen just to help me get embodied before I start cooking. I've talked about this before in my podcast episode with Michael Norton and probably at length in the newsletter, but a ritual can be so simple. Like it can be as simple as tying on an apron if you do it with intention. So just about to start getting cooking. I've been running around all day, and this apron is my reminder to pause, to take a deep breath or two, to get into my body and to use this next half hour or so of cooking as a time for myself, as a time to connect to what's inside, connect to my body, connect to the food that is going to nourish me. So maybe for this recipe, you can create a little ritual for yourself. It can be pouring yourself a delicious beverage, a seltzer, or maybe a glass of wine, or lighting a candle just to make it unscented so it doesn't compete with the smell of food. Or it can be putting on a special playlist or a piece of music, or the options are endless. But I hope that helps.
Start by cooking chopped bacon in a large oven-proof skillet. While that cooks, you can slice your fennel and shallot. That's all you need for this recipe. Once the bacon is crisp, transfer it to paper towels to drain, and then add bone-in chicken thighs. Cook those until they're golden. Drain off some of the fat, you can just eyeball it, and then add those sliced vegetables and sage. Once the vegetables are tender, sprinkle in flour. I'm using gluten-free flour. Stir that just until it's toasted, and then pour in apple cider. I know the bottom of the pan looks really dark, but those bits are gonna create a really rich flavor. But of course, trust your instincts here. If you feel like the heat is too high, just turn it down. We're going to add creme fraiche, and that's going to give the sauce this silky, creamy flavor and texture. You could use full-fat sour cream instead. Don't go for low-fat. It will break in the sauce. Slide the pan into the oven, and we're going to bake this just for about 15 to 20 minutes until the chicken is perfectly cooked. Sprinkle the chicken with that crispy bacon, and if you're feeling fancy, you can also garnish with fried sage leaves. That's great for a special occasion. I love to serve this straight from the skillet with mashed potatoes or polenta for mopping up all that sauce.